Welcome back, everyone. It is so great to see our friends from the Between the Pages Writers Conference coming here to Springfield from June 7th through the 9th. We have Candy Simonson right here, registration chair, president of Springfield Writers Guild, John Caulfield, current president of Sleuth Inc. Mystery Writers and conference co-chair, and Tim Ritter, past president of Springfield Writers Guild and conference board member. It is so great to see you guys again.
Thank you for having us.
Can I just say, how do you fit those titles on a business card?
That is a good question.
That's a long title.
We just don't. Small print.
Small print.
Yes. So can you tell us about the Between the Pages Writers Conference?
Start with her.
Okay, ladies first.
Ladies first. We have this conference coming. 3 groups of writing got together and put this conference together. It's our 3rd year. We have over 135 people already registered from 10 states. We have 1 week left to get the early bird prices. And so they can go to BTP Writers Con or writersconference.com, btpwriterscon.com, to get the registration going.
So I'm curious about, we've had you on in years past to talk about this. Let our viewers know what the point of the conference is and who it's for, because I know there's aspiring writers. Maybe you write in your free time or you're a professional writer. Is it for everyone?
It is for everyone. Go ahead, John.
This year we're gathering, we're gearing it toward the independently published author. That is actually a growing part of publishing right now is independence. Getting into a traditional publisher is extremely difficult, no speak. And all of our workshops and sessions are geared toward helping the independent writer understand what he or she needs to do to get published.
Well, I think independent publisher would be much more difficult than being with a publishing company. But can you explain a little bit more of the difference between independent and being with a publisher?
Sure. If you're an independent, you do everything. You contract, you write. Well, first of all, you got to write the book.
Yeah.
Kind of helps.
Yeah.
You would have to find your own editor. You have to find your own cover designer. You have to find people to proofread it. You are contracting with all these individuals, and it takes a while to find a good team. It's taken me 9 years to find a good team. So.
Wow.
And when you talk about that team, is there anybody, because I'm assuming with a publisher, you have so many people at that office critiquing your work. Do you want somebody to say, you know what, this part doesn't make sense to me, or this? Do you want somebody to critique the book in that sense, instead of just editing it, but just actually like content and the continuity?
You don't want them to change your voice, but what you want them to do is tell you, this makes no sense. Or you want them to say, this chapter would actually work better here versus where you have it. And that's what you're looking for with a continuity editor.
Which is fine, as long as you still have control over what exactly it is that you're putting out there.
If you're with a traditional publisher,
They have
No
creative control,
Yeah,
right?
no control.
Right.
Once you turn the manuscript over to them, it's their baby.
So they could basically change your entire work?
Yes, they can.
Your work
Yes,
of
they
art?
can, and they do.
And they do. Wow.
Unless you're a big name.
Yeah.
Like these 3 right here.
Yes, exactly. Now, you said it took you, John, it took you 9 years to find a good team. But when do you feel like, and please let us know, but when do you feel like you found your voice and really established your voice in your writing?
I've been publishing for 10 years now, and about 5 years ago, I found
Wow.
I found my voice.
Yeah.
So, I didn't find it; it found me.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
what it is. It finds you. You know, you kind of, you get your groove going, for lack of a better term, because, some people, really struggle to find that,
Yeah.
and others, it's just kind of there. But it just depends on your path, the direction you've gone in your writing, and just essentially what you've done.
So let's say there's somebody out there with a passion for writing and they want to come. Tell us about the different speakers and the workshops happening that weekend.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's one of the things I'm really excited about this year is the fact that, a lot of times when you get into a conference, you discover that it's all about fiction and maybe you write nonfiction. That's what I do. I'm primarily historical nonfiction. Well, if you're sitting there listening to people talking about fiction all day long, it just doesn't appeal to you. But this year we do have a massive variety of speakers who are going to be talking about both fiction and nonfiction and all of the little subsets in the middle of those genres. So we have a very broad appeal this year for everybody. So no matter what it is that you write, you're going to find somebody that's going to be talking about something you'll be interested in.
We have 10 speakers and 17 or 18 workshops.
Yeah.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah.
So, and it covers 3 days. So we have a good conference coming.
Everything from finding your voice to finding an editor to how does AI help you.
Oh, yeah.
So there's a lot of topical workshops and workshops that will help he who or she who wants to become a writer or explore the opportunity. And hopefully we'll give them guidance.
Okay, what's the website one more time? So people can sign up for the early bird special?
btpwriterscon.com or btpwritersconference.com. Either one will get you there.
All right, I've just decided my first book is called I Don't Write Good. That's the first time my book. We'll be back with our friend Ingrid Fair right after this. I think people would want to read that. If it's a book called I Don't Write